Today, I'm taking unnecessary measures to answer an arguably useless question. Is it possible to soft lock your save file in Stardew Valley? Soft locking Stardew would mean setting up the file in such a way that you can keep playing, but it's impossible to progress further without mods or starting a new file. There's no end per se in this game, but is there a way you can get yourself into a situation where you're permanently stuck? Maybe in such a way that you can never plant a parsnip again, harass Mary Lewis with his lucky purple shorts, or even leave the confines of your own farmhouse. Games are often made with glitches, programming oversights, or just some bad design flaws. Whether by accident or ill intent, people have found themselves soft-locked in all kinds of games, unable to continue playing how it's intended. Stardew doesn't usually fall into this category, and game-breaking glitches are often addressed by Concerned Ape immediately. He even breaks the fourth wall on occasion when something happens that usually shouldn't, like getting an artifact spot in your inventory. I've learned a lot about soft locks from others. Pikasprey is someone who's made many videos soft-locking Pokemon games in various ways, oftentimes by creating a setup that no one would ever reasonably get into without intentionally planning it. They're creative, complex, and fun to watch, but can we apply this same sort of soft lock to Stardew? Unlike Pokemon, there's fewer mechanics and areas to work with in this game. Most importantly, Stardew is fixed on a day-night cycle, so you'll inevitably start your day back in your bed at the farmhouse every morning. This really limits my opportunities to ruin a given save file, but I thought of two approaches to choose from, and one sounds like more fun than the other. Either the tools out of reach method or the farmhouse gulag. Let's cover the basics of making your tools inaccessible first, because there's potential here, but it's not what I ended up doing today. The idea here is simple. If you don't have your toolset, there are aspects of the game you won't be able to complete. I can get rid of the tools by placing them in a chest that gets destroyed by an NPC's pathing, but Concerned Ape was already aware of this. That's why tools will automatically respawn for you the next day. To bypass this, the tools must continue to exist somewhere else. Maybe placed in a chest and then fenced off, but even then, you can still buy and build a cabin from Robin, giving you access to a new set of tools. So you'll need to remove all methods of earning gold, which includes access to foraging, trash cans, and even friendships so that NPCs don't send you gifts in the mail. Fences can really hinder a save file, but without the golden clock, they'll eventually decay. Since that costs 10 million, I don't think that's much of a soft lock since you would have already played most of the game to get it. The idea has potential, but I want to move on to my gulag experiment. I'll start on a new file, but this can be replicated as long as two easy conditions are met that I'll go over. I'll need to gather 70 wood to kick this off, so I lumberjack my way there and I'm almost ready to go. I make a chest with 50 of the wood, place it directly inside my farmhouse, and delete everything else I don't need in my inventory. I start to head off before realizing I'm a couple of wood short, so I need to take care of that. At the end of the day, I only need my pickaxe or axe with me, so I can start piling my tools into my chest. Once everything is ready, I head off to Robin's because I need some buildings. She won't open until 9, so I have a chance to meet and gift my one and only new friend Linus before I'm locked away like a Death Eater in Azkaban. With that out of the way and the clock striking 9, I head into Robin's because I need 2 cabins built. I choose the one of 3 options that cost 100 gold and 10 wood each, because that's what I have on hand. The cool thing about the cabins is that you don't have to wait for them to be built. Time to head back to the farm. Next, I'll pull the tool sets out of each dresser in the new cabins and add them to the chest blocking my way to bed in my farmhouse. Now there's only one more place to visit. I go back to Robin's to demolish the cabins she just constructed moments ago. That's because co-op mode is still possible as long as these cabins exist. Someone could join me in multiplayer and save me from my own self-imposed jail cell. Finally, there's nothing left to do but swing my pickaxe until I exhaust myself and pass out. I wake up in my bed with all of the pieces of my prison now in place. You see, the contents of the chest are what matter. I only have 12 inventory slots, so I can't empty the chest in order to pick it up. You can't drop tools on the ground in this game, and you also can't delete them. There are no cutscenes in the future that could potentially trigger and save me from this room. On some platforms like mobile or PC, you can access your old save file or use a mod to fix this, but you're out of luck otherwise, and that was kind of the point of this experiment. This can also be done easily on a more developed farm under two conditions. The cabins are demolished, and the number of tools in the chests blocking the escape is greater than the player's inventory spaces, plus other storage options like more chests or even the refrigerator. That also means you can't have materials to create more storage in the farmhouse. Ultimately, this soft lock is a product of not being able to handle non-droppable and non-deletable items in your inventory. So, that's about it. I suppose you could harass your friends in multiplayer with this, or burn someone's file who's done you dirty. Not that I'm suggesting that. This was a cool thought experiment, and I'm pretty confident I didn't miss anything obvious, but I'd love to hear from you guys. Did I miss something that could pick this soft lock? I feel like this is only the beginning, and a more robust soft lock is probably possible. If you have any ideas, let me know. It's not a waste of time if I enjoyed doing it. Like the video, consider subscribing, and thanks for watching.